Hello, my name is Sebastián Vargas. I study biomedical engineering in Universidad de los Andes, and I'm going to tell you about the medical equipment replacement. This is the order in which I will explain the problematic. Starting by the beginning, if you are in the hospital, will you allow the procedures to be performed by a defective equipment? Probably your answer is no. Medical equipment has a running time in which they perform in the best way possible, but sometimes they start failing and this performance start to be bad. In many medical entities, equipment in bad shape is used, putting at risk the patient integrity and compromising the good procedure of the entity. The decision of replacing the equipment many times is made by the economic area of the hospital. In many cases, this committee prefer to repair the equipment instead of replacing it because the cost is lower. Repairing the equipment is a good solution when the problem does not require the replacement, but the risk of it to continue failing is very high. This is something that needs to be solved as soon as possible because using repaired or bad equipment put in risk patients and hospital staff's integrity. Also, not replacing the equipment can lead to a bad service loan when they start failing and make the hospital stance even harder for the patients. Following this line, having useless equipment in a hospital reduces how many patients can be treated at the same time, leading to a deficient health attention from the hospital. The replacement of the damaged equipment does not necessarily involve replace them for the latest or the most expensive one, but it is needed to designate part of the hospital funds to make these transactions when they are needed. The affected the population includes the medical staff such as nurses, doctors, and auxiliaries that manipulate the equipment, also the patients, and finally the administrative staff. One of the possible solutions is to make certification courses to have a reliable sources of knowledge that the equipment needs to be replaced, motivating the economic table to make the right decision of replacing it and not to repair it. Also, it is needed to make conscious that when the equipment is failing, the risk of causing harm to the patient or causing an accident in the hospital is very high and it's not worth it. Another possibility is to instruct the economic area to lead them to make the right investment possible, evaluating the certification and all the possibilities available. A final solution is to promote a medical equipment market where deals can be made between entities in order to trade equipment to get a cheaper equipment that is in good shape. As a conclusion, there is the need to make conscious that this is an urgent topic and that the best decision needs to be made in the shortest time possible. For this reason, certificating the state of the equipment will lead to the board to take the best decision to avoid any harm. Thanks.